Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete to
a good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
First carry here for Joe Mixon.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Garoppolo now. And it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over.
Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Burrow will throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That'll That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one. And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. First down, here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try
and I think the ball's out. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. The toss left, Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They begin the drive with McFarland. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 2nd down, McFarland. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
11.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, McFarland. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On the ground, it's McFarland. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
That's the score. Steelers 7. Black Knights 0. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
It's on the return. They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
And a London first down.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Play action. It's Burrow. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
5-yard line.
Garoppolo on first down.
That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Escaping the... Now Garoppolo lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tap.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Boswell on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
On the return, Phillips. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how...
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
They'll find Everett there, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Here we go on fourth down with Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick.
The fourth down pass. Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. On first down, they'll start with McFarland. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made at the 36.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Black Knights.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, With his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Burrow on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
4th down.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Turnover on down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now a run with McFarland.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Anthony McFarland.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Go, check. Check, crunch.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Check 60 Bison. Cut 19.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
15.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And oh, he coughed it up.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw. I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Here we go. 59. Drop deep, drop deep. 59.
Garoppolo. And that one goes incomplete on the drop.
Intended for number 8.
That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Sets up.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Tight right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
And 10 yards to go.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Garoppolo. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Wait. Let's see it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
London.
Right here.
Burrow will throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 3rd down.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Now Burrow loses the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
That's good.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
54. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Complete.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
4-yard gain on the play.
Now Joe Mixon.
Nice.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and a yard.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
1 yard.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
To Joe
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about,
Now Burrow loses the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for. Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
This offense has gone for it 5 times already. They're now going to go for a 6th 4th down try. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover.
Let's go, D.
Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Steelers, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire...
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear.